Karl Anthony Towns?
We just started double teaming, try to double team him quickly. I mean, he got off to such a fast start. I think in that first quarter, 19 points, and he was hitting from everywhere. We really tried to go single coverage. Both bigs got in foul trouble, so the adjustments we made was to double team him quickly and get that on him.
Had you had a chance to work on that in the walkthrough or anything before the game?
We talked about that before the game tonight, that we would double team him, and he got off to such a quick start. You don't anticipate a guy being that hot, but 19 points in the first quarter. We needed to send some help over there. Both bigs was in foul trouble, so I thought our guys did a good job of adjusting, getting to the trap on catch, and then rotating out of that, because normally in situations like that, when you're double teaming, you're scrambling, and you're going to be out of position to rebound the basketball. And they did pound us on the boards, but I thought our guys, they scrambled and fought back and was able to. This is a really good win for this group.
I was going to follow up on that, given the fact you had a game at 8 p.m. last night. Of course, they played last night too, but the effort you were able to come through with in a kind of a tough back-to-back situation.
Yeah, I challenged the guys, before the game, that all we need is what we got in this room to win games. We got to play with that energy. We got to bring that attitude and that focus out there. And I thought tonight, it started really with Thad, captain again, just taking on the challenge of making Towns work, getting him off the block, and fighting. I thought the team followed. I liked the way our guards played tonight. Corey and Darren, 21 assists between those guys, and Bogey just continues to improve. It was a total team effort. I thought TJ and Kyle came off the bench and really gave us good minutes with Aaron. And Wesley, did a solid job, in that starting unit. Miles got it, struggled a little bit with his foul trouble, but it was a total team effort tonight.
TJ is getting more playing time. There was a point in the second half you went to him instead of Kyle O'Quinn. What progress are you seeing from TJ?
He just plays. He plays. We're not calling a lot of plays. I did call some plays for him tonight. We wanted to take advantage of the post up and the matchup in the post. He did a nice job of scoring. But he just plays, he continues to improve. And, as I've told him, he's not playing because I don't like him. Really, he's not playing because it's just difficult to play 10 guys. And, I've gone with a 9-man rotation for most of the season. But with Domas being out, we need more bigs. And he's getting those minutes. And, he's doing a nice job with those minutes.
Nate, whether it be a team you've played on, a team you've coached, when you look at this season with Vic going out, Domas out right now, you just lost 2. You got kind of this, not a turning point for the last part of the season here tonight, but an important game to win so you don't go into a skid. With that said, where do you, rank this team when you think about it in terms of just their ability to understand, just calm down, play basketball, to not let the things that don't matter start to matter, in between those 48 minutes? We're
working through that right now. That was part of my talk with the guys, before the game. We've been distracted, I felt, by the officiating. And, tonight I told them, look, I got the technical, so you don't have to get one. Let's get back to calm and focus. I don't mind our guys talking to the officials, but we got to get from that rage to calm. And I thought we did that tonight. We felt like we weren't getting a good whistle tonight, but they got back to calm, was able to execute and, overcome, some of that. We've been adapting really all season long, with guys being out, losing Victor early in the season, and then later in the season losing him for the year. Now we've lost Domas for a couple games, Tyreek, and guys our coaches do a good job of trying to keep guys ready to play. They've been able to step in and win games. We need team play, and we're still trying to establish who we are. It's really a different team, somewhat of a new team with Wesley being out there and being without Vic. So we're trying to go down the stretch and establish, okay, who are we and the style of play that works for us.
Beyond just this game, how much more have you been going or wanting TJ to do and work more out of the post, which we've seen more in the last couple of weeks?
I think he's one of our best post players. I really do. From just watching him in practice, in the games, every time he catches the ball on the block, he's really patient. He's calm. He doesn't rush, and he makes good decisions down there. He's able to, with his length, shoot over the defense, pass over the defense, especially when he gets a small player on the post. He does a good job of putting the ball on the floor from the perimeter. So I'm really comfortable with him being on the block with the basketball.
Coach, it seems like Wesley's taken no time at all to kind of assert himself in a leadership role here. How impressive is that? That not too long into what he's being on this team, that he's already kind of filling that role for you guys.
Well, that's why we recruited him hard. We knew what type of player he was. He's a competitor, and when he steps out on that floor, he's all out. He's giving you everything that he has out there, and it starts for him, which you don't see from a lot of players in the NBA on the defensive end of the floor. He accepts that challenge of guarding the best player. Tonight we had him on Wiggins, and he got switched on a couple of those bigs, but he accepts that challenge. And our guys, I think they feed off of that.
Coach, when you realized that Towns was coming out after the first quarter, was there more or less pressure once you realized that he was out and had more of an opening to kind of?
Well, we knew we needed to keep some size on him, but we went with a lineup we hadn't used all season long. Thaddeus was doing a nice job on him. Both of our bigs, Kyle and Miles, were in foul trouble, so we had to play Thad at the 5 and TJ at the 4. And that lineup, we went really small, and that lineup really broke it open for us in that second quarter. We was able to get some stops, get out in transition, and get ourselves back into the game. So, Towns being in the lineup, Thad was the guy that we went with, and we wanted to try to keep Thad matched up with him.
Coach, how happy were you with the team's defense tonight? You guys forced them into 19 turnovers today. Just how happy are you with the effort defensively?
I like the way we competed tonight. It was all about energy, and we had to scrap and scramble out there. Towns got off to a good start against us. This team puts pressure because they can score. And I thought our guys, that bench came in, gave us some energy. We played a lineup we hadn't used all season, a smaller lineup, and we put a little speed out there. And they were able to create some havoc out there, force some turnovers, and get out into transition, which is really what we really needed.
Coach, you were hot from three tonight. You were 59% from the three-point line tonight. Was that part of the game plan?
We want to take open looks, good looks. So if we get looks from behind the three, we certainly want those. We much rather take threes than contested twos. And I thought our guys, we had 35 assists tonight. Our goal is to get 25-plus assists. We had 35 tonight, which was close to a high for us. And when you have that type of movement, ball movement, these guys are going to knock down a high percentage shot because they're catching and shooting, which is how they practice. So we always encourage that ball movement. Tonight our guards had 21 assists, so Darren and Corey was doing a good job of moving the ball and getting it out to the shooters.
Coach, if I'm correct, in the fourth quarter with a couple minutes left, it was tied 107-107, and Boyan, I think, had 9 points, went on a 9-0 scoring run by himself. How big was that to have someone step up and just give you a little boost at the end?
It's big, because right now where we are working on closers. Victor was our closer, for the last year and a half. Normally we put the ball in his hands and allow him to make plays for us. Right now we are trying to establish that guy or those guys that we close with, and a guy you can give the ball to and he can create some things offensively, whether it's a shot for himself or for a team. And Bogey tonight did a nice job of creating and scoring. You got to have that guy to win ball games, and we are trying to develop that group, that team, and kind of that guy we're going to give the ball to late in games and see if he can make plays.